Hello, this is William from Visual Components, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 3D world, specifically how you can animate a camera's movement during a simulation to create effects like pans, zooms, and rotations. There are two ways to do this. One, you can use a component called a fly camera that's available in our Webby catalog, or you can use Python scripting. And in this video I'm going to show you both how to use a fly camera and Python scripting. These effects, of course, use views that you create for a layout and are specific to it. So let's go and get started with the first way using a fly camera. So I'll drag and drop any component into the 3D world is fine. I'll pop out the collections pane and I'll select items by type, expand it out, and then go to the media toolkit here. So we have a fly camera and a frame recorder. A frame recorder is a component used for video recording if you have a 2012 product. However, in 2014 you don't really use this component anymore. Let's go and drag and drop a fly camera into the 3D world and access its parameters. So these are primarily the controls you use for creating views. So you notice I can add a view, I can add an animated view, a delay, or even wait to change a view. So let's actually go ahead and zoom in on the feeder. And you might think you actually have to move this component around in the 3D world to create all the views. Well, that's not how you use the component. It's basically just like creating a user view in the layout. You move the view around, set it to wherever you want to, and then you create the view. So if I go ahead and name the current view right now Start, and I click the Add View button, I go to the View tab, and notice in this note behavior here it lists the view and its name. If you go to the View menu item, and go to User Views, you can see that the view is also listed here. So now if I start the simulation, and I change the view before I start it, sorry, notice that the layout goes to that view I just created automatically. It just jumps to it. So if I want to animate the view from here all the way over here, what I can do is go to the parameters and create an animated view. So I'll go and name this Finish. And how long do I want the animation to last for? Let's set it for 10 seconds. Click the Add Animated View to create the view. So notice here we have the first view of start, and then it animates to the finish view for 10 seconds, like so. Okay, so we reset, start it again. Ooh, nice, an animated view. So that's how you can create animated views in the 3D world. I do recommend you start with just a normal view that isn't animated, or you actually can create a normal view to animate from, so you can just zoom in from here to here if you want. Otherwise, you would have this effect. So if I go ahead and get rid of the start in this component's work order, so at the start of the simulation it's going to animate the finish view of 10 seconds. So I'll go ahead and put it down here, the camera. Notice that it doesn't matter where I am in the 3D world, it's going to animate to that first view like so, instead of just directly jumping to it. Okay, now one thing to notice if I delete this component in the 3D world, notice in the View menu item, and under User Views, that those views I created are still available because I still have the current layout open. So what I can do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can animate views using Python scripting. So I'll go to the Create tab, and I'm going to create a dummy component. So I'll create an empty geometry feature, like so. Go to the Behavior subtab and create a Python script behavior. And I'm going to be using the application object to manipulate views. So I'll go ahead and get a handle for that. Move my cursor out of the way for you. App equals get application. And you can go to VC application in the help file to learn about more methods that you can use for changing and manipulating views in a layout. So if I actually wanted to create a view, I could do app.createView. Example. And this is going to basically use the current view I have in the 3D world, so I'll just go and zoom in like that. So it'll be that view. So I compile the code, and now I go to the View menu item, User Views. There's my example view. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that out. All right, so now if I want to animate the view, I'll use the onRun event. And I use the method useView. Now this is a special type of method. I just simply type in the name of the view I want to use. And if I want it to be animated, I can just add a second parameter of a time value, so 5 seconds. So let's actually use the start. It'll animate the start. Then let's use a delay. 5 seconds. Oops. Sorry for my typing. Then let's use the other view, the finish view. And let's make that 10 seconds. Okay, so it's going to animate to the start view. There'll be a delay, and then it'll animate to the finish view. So let's go and compile the code and run the simulation. Ooh, very nice. All right. Well, that completes the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to visit our community at community.visualcomponents.net, and I hope you have a wonderful day.